So if you go into this movie thinking that it's a Game of Thrones sequel following the life of Jon Snow, then it's gonna be a really, really good movie, I think. So what is this movie? How the fuck did we miss a Jon Snow movie? Well, we didn't. The movie that I'm actually talking about is The Beast Within. It's not a Jon Snow movie or anything related to Game of Thrones. It's just a standalone movie about a werewolf, and there's Lord Commander also in this movie. So I was like, what the fuck? Why haven't I heard about this? You wanna know what the box office for this movie was? It was $52,000. Like, if you print out the QR code, put the trailer on it, take that QR code, go into an Amazon forest and put it on some forest animal ass cheeks, that shit's gonna get more views. Like 52K for me tells that this had to be like a passion project for everyone involved, and especially probably Jon Snow. I couldn't see any other reason why this movie would resonate with him, other than he was an alcoholic and he has battled with like psychological issues, and this movie is mainly psychological horror, I think they call it. He must have read the script, said, oh fuck yeah, this is exactly what I wanted from Jon Snow sequel, I'll do it for free. I haven't actually seen all of the movie for two reasons. First of all, I didn't want to ruin it for all of you guys. Like, I could have spoiled something accidentally even. I kind of want to put those thoughts out there to see if it holds up. And if it does, I think it has more credibility, as being a Jon Snow sequel movie. And also werewolf and direwolf. Coincidence? Could be, I don't know, kind of sus. Okay, more about the actual things that I saw in the movie that hinted to me that this could be a Game of Thrones sequel movie. First of all, we see a big wall. I mean, goddamn. It's not a snowy wall or an ice wall, but it does have the 3 layers that the ice wall in Game of Thrones had. So that's kind of weird. Why would you have it? The camera just pans in for 10 seconds into the fucking wall. The whole shot was like a bit more than 20 seconds, I think. So just a weird shot. I mean, why focus on a wall randomly, like too much, if it wasn't a reference for the Game of Thrones? I mean, the easiest thing, Jon Snow and Lord Commander. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. That's why anybody probably would have come and watched this movie if they even did any marketing for it. So they also show like small castle door, or I don't know, it could represent a castle door, maybe whole door. I don't think it's that, but the movie, like I said, is made from the perspective of the daughter, and the daughter in one of the scenes has a nightmare, and in that nightmare she's walking towards her dad, aka Jon Snow. He's obviously having a nightmare on his own, like in a bed, he's wrestling, his top half is naked, we see it, I don't know, bruised or scarred, pretty much again similar to what Jon Snow was all the time. He wakes up from the nightmare and straight up scares his daughter, like a werewolf probably would. So I don't blame the little girl, she's like 10 or something, for thinking, oh my god, my dad's a fucking werewolf. God damn, what do I do? I mean, all the shit around it, like them hiding, like what's going on with dad and the mom being so, I don't know, distant, can't do like what the mom should do. She has to take more care of her fucking husband than the daughter. We kind of see like the mother role is being put on the back burner, so the child just has her own thoughts to fucking deal with, I guess. And then in one scene, we see the mom cleaning a fur goat that's actually pretty much very similar to the one that Jon Snow had when he was beyond the wall. And it was bloody and the child saw it, so you see angry dad, bloody fur goat. Shit, that means werewolf, goddamn. I mean, I would say it's like a modern version of Game of Thrones, or how a Jon Snow-like character would fit into a modern world. But the scenery is kind of similar to what it was in Game of Thrones. All of world can be like a Game of Thrones world, just add a few cars and a few houses and a few electronics. They do live close to the wall, and why I think personally, why a Jon Snow-like character would live close to the wall is because he could be missing the war. He could be missing the life that he had before when there was war. Because now he might not find like a great place for himself in this new world. He had like a purpose when there was war. He was a leader. Then you've given all your life to winning a war with the war, and then there's none left. But then you go close to living to the wall. Then the wildling fuckers probably still mating there, making their own little world, and he could maybe still go and have his fights and battles there. Yeah, we see him like going into the forest a lot. That's why the daughter is also like always questioning, where are you taking my father? What's going on? He is quite rousy. I don't know if that's a correct word. Like weird. Like what you would maybe think a person who was secretly a werewolf, that's how they would act in real life, and that's what kind of help they would maybe need from others. But for me, I see it more like it's just him having PTSD. I think it's highly important that this movie is made from the perspective of the daughter, because I don't think we're gonna actually see Jon Snow turning into a werewolf. I think it all has to be in the mind of the child, and we see and feel what the child feels. Like, oh my god, what if he was a werewolf? What if he could be? So if, I don't know, maybe even if we get like a transformation of him into a werewolf, it could again be something that the child like musters up in her head. Could be possible, I don't know. Like when I watch the movie from the perspective of a Game of Thrones sequel, I think he's going into the forest, as in beyond the wall. That's him like trying to mend his PTSD feelings or trying to go home to Torment. I think it was the red-haired fucking wildling, and where he can probably still have battles that he wants, and that's why he always comes back scarred and bruised and with a bloody goat and whatever the fuck. Her daughter has no fucking idea because she's been raised up in a world that doesn't have any of this. So to her, that's so also foreign. She just has to come up with, oh, I read once in a book that werewolves are real, so fuck it, that's what I know. I mean, I guess that's fine when you're 10. In conclusion, I think even if this movie isn't made with the sense of it being a Jon Snow sequel movie, I still think there was like heavy influence from it, especially when casting like Jon Snow and the Lord fucking Commander. And I think if they were to make a sequel, they could follow pretty much the same storyline. And for the people who did see it, to give this movie a rating of 4.1 with the first 24 minutes and the concept that I've read and that I'm going into this movie thinking it can't be fucking possible. I mean, I could be disappointed after I watched this movie. Actually, I don't know too much about it, but for me it didn't seem like a fucking too low of a budget movie. Maybe they didn't have any budget. I don't know if there's even gonna be CGI in this. I read somewhere that there's gonna be a little, but they mostly use like practical effects, like on camera. I don't know, throw fucking shit when he transforms, or I don't know even if he transforms. If you make slop just for the sake of all bright colors and I don't know, funny character with no substance, for me that's not art. That is slop. Movies, art can actually teach people, and that's a valuable type of art, which makes it art for me. But I do hope one day the writers do confirm my theory so I can feel fucking amazing about myself. And that's about it.